I want to thank Jay Flynn, our J2 Cars USRA B-Mod driver there, right here out of Lebanon, Missouri. Jay Flynn has served for our great country. Appreciate Jay for parading around there on the racetrack, as his hobbies is racing and riding his Harley and bowling. Great sponsors there by Clark Tire and Phyllis Flynn. All right, Midway Speedway, those watching online, it's time to kick off the 2022 racing season here at the Mighty Midway Speedway as we kick things off tonight here with our Power Eye Super Stocks. Power Eye Super Stocks sponsored by Ozark Sporting Goods as we get ready now for 2 heat races for the Power Eye Super Stocks, or 1 heat race. As we get ready here, 8 laps will be your distance on the pole out of 91, Missouri. That'll be 53 of Danny O'Neill. On the outside from Tuscumbia, Missouri, that'll be 05 of Dale Berry. Row number 2 on the inside from Lebanon, Missouri, that'll be a 32X of John Knoll. His outside from Hackett, Arkansas, that'll be a 7K of Kyle Hamby. Row number 3 on the inside from Grove Springs, Missouri, that'll be a 56 of Mark Davis. On the outside, it'll be the 32 of Jim Button out of Phillipsburg, Missouri. In row number 4, that'll be the 7 Joshua Lewis out of Stoutland, Missouri. Looks like 56 of Mark Davis there, choosing to go tailback there. Mark Davis had some troubles in hot laps, so telling the crews he's ready to go to the tailback there to just ride to see what the car will do. As the Joker Welding caution flag waves here tonight here for opening night of the 2022 racing season here at the Mighty Midway Speedway. Love everybody that is watching online at ShowMeDirt.tv. You are watching heat race number 1 of the Ozark Sporting Goods Power Eye Super Stocks. Lights are off, Midway Speedway, fans in the stands and watching online. We're getting ready to kick off the 2022 racing season in style. Green flag is in the air. Out front is the 05 of Dale Berry. Out front, your leader, the 53. Danny O'Neill in second. That's 7 of Kyle Hamby right there in third. Here comes the 32. Jim Button there looking on the inside. That's 7. As we are 1 lap in. 8 laps is your distance, so 7 more laps to go with Dale Berry out front, your leader. 55 of Danny O'Neill in second. 7 of Kyle Hamby in third. Right now, Jim Button out 32, trying to hold off the 7 of Joshua Lewis. As the 56 of Mark Davis shoots up the track there. The ball of 1 and 2. We're staying green. As the 05 of Dale Berry is your leader. Here comes the 7 of Kyle Humby as the 53 of Danny O'Neill is off the pace. But still staying on the racetrack. And here comes Josh Lewis there on the inside of the 32 of Jim Button. Lewis now jumps up there and he's battling there for second with the 7s. Jim Button now on the inside of Hamby. They're trading places back there for second and third as the 05 of Dale Berry is checked out front. Trouble there for the 7. Kyle Hamby looks like a right rear flat tire there on the 7 machine, but the 05 of Dale Berry has checked out here in heat race number 1 for the Ozark Sporting Goods Power Eye Super Stocks. 32 of Jim Button right there in second. Or the 07, excuse me, of Joshua Lewis right there in second. As a couple of car lengths behind him is that 32 of Jim Button. 2 more laps to go here as the 05 of Dale Berry will come out of turn number 4. White flag is in the air 1 more time around. One more time around for the 05 of Dale Berry. As checkered flag is in the air, first checkered flag of the 2022 racing season at the Lebanon Midway Speedway for the Ozark Sporting Goods Power Eye Super Stocks will go to the 05 of Dale Berry. It's got some cars there in the middle of turns 3 and 4. The 53 of Danny O'Neill and the 32 of Jim Button. Now we're getting ready for the Norris Logging Power Eye Midwest Modifieds. They're coming out next. On the pole for heat race number 1 out of Springfield, Missouri. It'll be a 6T of Austin Treadway. His outside from Lebanon, Missouri. It'll be a 5H of Austin Huntley out of Lebanon, Missouri. I believe 15 years old. That driver right there. And row number 2 on the inside from Buffalo, Missouri. In the 87H, that'll be Dwayne Hobbs. On the outside from Sparta, Missouri, that'll be the 55 of Kyle Lafferty. Row number 3 on the inside from Lebanon, Missouri, that'll be the 7C of Derek Cook. On his outside, that'll be the 15R of Oakley Ragland. Then row number 4, it'll be the 64 of Pete Richardson out of Springfield, Missouri. On his outside, the 32 of Joe Francis. And green flag is in the air. Here we go, battling there for the lead, side by side, down the backstretch they go. Austin Treadway, Kyle Lafferty. Here comes Lafferty, now your leader going to turns number 4, but Dwayne Hobbs has now moved up to second. Good racing there in the middle of the pack right there as the 64 of Pete Richardson, last year's champion, trying to make his way through the middle of the pack, but Kyle Lafferty trying to hold on to the lead as Dwayne Hobbs is right there, trying to look on the inside. They come out of turn number 4. Norris Logging, sponsors of the Power Eye Midwest Modifieds and heat race number 1. Kyle Lafferty gets sideways, contact made from the leaders as Lafferty gets the short end of the stick there and falls back. Dwayne Hobbs stays your leader right there as here comes the champ. Last year's champion, the 64, Pete Richardson, right there on the inside of Hobbs. Hobbs able to hold off the 64 Richardson, the 32. Joe Francis sitting there in third. What a run there from the 15R of Oakley Ragland. Running right now in fourth. Here we go. Things are heated up there as Hobbs shoots up the racetrack in 2. The 64 Pete Richardson takes advantage now. He takes over the lead. 32 of Joe Francis sitting there in third as your top 3 in a group all by themselves. As right now, Ragland and Lafferty battling back there for that 4th spot. But here comes Francis. Francis now jumps up into second. Joe Francis now shoots up to second. The 87 of Dwayne Hobbs in third. As battle back there for the top 5 between the 7C of Derek Cook and the 55 of Kyle Lafferty. But the white flag is out for the 64 of Pete Richardson. Pete Richardson, last year's track champion for the Midwest Modifieds, off to a great start this season. Here as he will go on the turn number 4, your leader. Out of 4, checker flag in the air for the 64 of Pete Richardson, the 32 of Joe Francis. Going home second, Dwayne Hobbs coming home third. So 64 of Pete Richardson, last year's champion, getting it done here in heat race number 1. Pete Richardson out of Springfield, Missouri. We get ready now for heat race number 2. On the pole of this one out of Lebanon, Missouri, that'll be the 05 of Cheyenne Bauman. The outside also from Lebanon, Missouri, that'll be the 4 of Caleb Rhodes. Row number 2 on the inside from Lebanon, Missouri. It'll be the 28 of Wesley Briggs. On the outside, that'll be the 2 of Zach Martin out of Bourbon, Missouri. Row number 3 on the inside out of Lebanon, Missouri. It'll be the 5C of Brian Cook. On his outside, it'll be the 18P of Shannon Paxton out of Springfield, Missouri. Row number 4, last year's tuner champion, the 87 of Aaron Odell. On his outside from Marshfield, Missouri, it'll be the 15 of Trent Wynn. And no start. Calling off the Norris Logging Heat Race number 2 start. It's a door-to-door even start there at the line. So when they come back around, lights will be going off. Green flag will fly. Great view there coming out of turn number 4. Those watching online on ShowMeDirt.tv. The Norris Logging Midwest Modified Heat Race number 2. Got the Joker Welding caution flag coming out. Yeah, it's got a piece of debris being picked up there on the front stretch. Eight cars, 8 laps is your distance for heat race number 2. Nice looking car there on the pole for the 05 of Cheyenne Bauman. As we'll see if we get the green flag this time. The Cheyenne Bauman lead out of 4. Green flag is in the air. Here they come out too. Wesley Briggs now takes over the lead down the backstretch. He goes. 4, I believe, of Caleb Rhodes right there in second. But here comes the 2 of Zach Martin on the outside. But Caleb Rhodes able to hold him off as the Wesley Briggs takes lap number 1. Caleb Rhodes second. Zach Martin in the 2 in third. But here comes the 5C of Brian Cook. We got trouble in turn number 2, and the Joker Welding caution flag will come out. Joker Welding, the sponsor of our caution flag this season. As watch it here on the Midwest Sheet Metal Instant replay. Good battle there for second there, and the 2. The caution, I believe, was for the 05 of Cheyenne Bauman. Joker Welding and Supply. They sell gas, wire, welding machines, welding hoods, and all of it. They also do welding. Right now, almost 25 years of experience. Joker Welding and Fab, sponsor of our caution flag this season. And our Norris Logging Midwest Modified Heat Race number 2, Wesley Briggs out of Lebanon, Missouri. Your leader for Heat Race number 2. Right now, the 4 of Caleb Rhodes in second. We're getting ready to go. Green flag is back in the air. Wesley Briggs out front, your leader, the 4. Caleb Rhodes in second. 15 of Trent Wynn right there behind Rhodes. Here comes the 5C of Brian Cook. Caleb Rhodes hit the infield tire. He loses ground as the 15 of Trent Wynn takes advantage. He jumps up to that second spot. Right now it's Wesley Briggs out front all by himself. Trent Wynn right there in second. Good battle right there between the 5C of Brian Cook and the 4 of Caleb Rhodes as Brian Cook now jumps up in that third spot. Wesley Briggs comes down the front stretch. Still your leader out front. Trent Wynn in a 15 in second. The 5C, Brian Cook, sitting there in third. And we got trouble in turn number 1. The 2, Zach Martin. And the Joker Welding caution flag comes out. Watch it right here on the instant replay. Good battle right there. It looks like Zach Martin just got in the back end of the 4 of Caleb Rhodes. Norris Logging, the sponsor of the Midwest Modifieds. Norris Logging and family owned and operated business specializing in harvesting and marketing hardwood timber. Check them out on Facebook or give them a call at 417-664-6366. As it is getting into that springtime weather and summertime weather, good time to get outside. And if you need some logging done, give Norris Logging a call. They'd be glad to come out, help you specialize in harvesting and marketing hardwood timber. As 28 of Wesley Briggs is your leader to 15. Trent Wynn is choosing that inside lane. The 5C of Brian Cook will be on the outside. In row number 2, row number 3, it'll be the 4 of Caleb Rhodes. It'll be 18P of Shannon Paxton. And green flag is in the air. Rookie driver back there, the 87 of Aaron Odell, getting some seat time there in that 87. Rookie driver in the Midwest Modifieds, but contact made for the battle there for third. But right now we got a battle there for the lead. The 20 of Wesley Briggs, can he hold on? Trent Wynn right there, he shoots up the racetrack. Can he find anything up there? Down the backstretch they go. Trent Wynn trying to close the gap on the leader, the 28 of Wesley Briggs. So we're running out of time. And Joker Welding, caution flag comes out. We got the 4 of Caleb Rhodes around there in turn number 2. So this will make things exciting here for our battle of the lead right here. 28 of Wesley Briggs has a fast man sitting there in second. The 15 of Trent Wynn. Good to see Trent Wynn back here at the Lebanon Midway Speedway. And the 18P of Shannon Paxton in third. All right, here we go. Lights are off. Single file restart. Kim Briggs, hold on. Trent Wynn in second. Shannon Paxton in third. Here they come out of turn number 4. Green flag is back in the air. Wesley Briggs out front. Brian Cook now jumps up in that third spot. Trouble there for 18. Shannon Paxton losing 2 spots. Here they come out of 4. 2 more laps to go. Does Trent Wynn have anything for the 28 of Wesley Briggs? Briggs right now has a 1.5 car length lead on the 15 of Trent Wynn. They go into turns 3 and 4. Out of 4. White flag is in the air. One more time around for the 28 of Wesley Briggs. Trent Wynn in second. The 5C of Brian Cook in third. Here they come out of 4. Checker flag is in the air for the 28 of Wesley Briggs. The 15 of Trent Wynn second. The 5C of Brian Cook coming home third. We got 2 cars over in turn number 2. Looks like the 2 of Zach Martin and the 18P of Shannon Paxton. So Wesley Briggs getting the heat race win in heat race number 2. Now we get ready for, I believe it will be the Spectrum Design late model heat race as they come out on the track right now. On the pole for this one out of Buffalo, Missouri, that'll be the 23 of Mark Simon. His outside from Fair Grove, Missouri, that'll be the 13 of Sean Whitman. Row number 2 on the inside from Whitman, Missouri, that'll be the 4A of Dustin Atkinson. On his outside from Bolivar, Missouri, that'll be 52 of Stephen Price. Look forward to this class to grow throughout the season. It's being told a few drivers getting the late models put together. As the lights are off here for the Spectrum Design late model heat race. As it is Mark Simon, Sean Whitman on the front row. Green flag is in the air. Mark Simon out front. Sean Whitman at 13. We're sitting there in second. Here comes the 4 of Dustin Atkinson on the inside of Whitman. Atkinson and Whitman battling there for a second as Simon goes down the front stretch. He'll take lap number 1. Photo finish there at the line for the battle for second between the 4 of Atkinson and the 13 of Whitman. Atkinson now moves in out second spot. Tries to pull away from Whitman and focuses on the 23 of Simon. Down the front stretch they go. 52 of Stephen Price, rookie in the late model division this season. Getting some seat time back there. Right now the 23 of Mark Simon. Run late models here for the past 2 seasons out front. 2 seasons ago, he was the late model track champion. Last season went to the 13 of Joey Smith. 4 of Dustin Atkinson right now still in second. 13 of Sean Whitman in third. Once again, the Cash Money Late Model Series that we are running the rules by here weekly. They will be here on Sunday, May the 29th for the Tony Roper Memorial. So mark that down on your calendars. Sunday, May 29th, the Cash Money Late Model Series. It's what our late model weekly class runs the rules by. They will be here May 29th for the Tony Roper Memorial. Has 2 more laps to go for the Spectrum Design late models as Mark Simon has a big lead there on the 4 of Dustin Atkinson. Down the front stretch they go. White flag is in the air. One more time around for Mark Simon. Welcome everybody watching live on Facebook. On the Facebook look in, Race to Save. As checkered flag is in the air for the 23 of Mark Simon. The 4 of Dustin Atkinson coming home second. And the 13 of Sean Whitman coming home third. Now we get ready for the Eagle Machine USRA Stock Car Heat Races. 2 heat races for the stock cars. 8 laps is your distance on the pole for this one. That'll be the 77 of Zach Willis out of Max Creek, Missouri. On his outside, it'll be the 14D out of Trenton, Missouri of Austin Busick. Row number 2 on the inside from Fairgrove, Missouri. It'll be 421 of Carlo Lampe. On the outside from Urbana, Missouri, it'll be the 0 Mason Beck. In row number 3, it'll be the 5 of Robert White out of Lebanon, Missouri. No starts. We ran the USRA Stock Car Division last fall. This year we have put them on the card for all season long. As the Eagle Machine USRA Stock Car Heat Race number 1, will they see the green flag this time? As Keith Foreman, the flagman, waves the green flag in the air, and they're off for Heat Race number 1. The 14D of Austin Busick out front, your leader there. Driver that's looking to run for the national point standings in the USRA Stock Cars. Got to talk to him before the race, and he's off to a great start there. And at 14, the 77, Zach Willis out of Max Creek, Missouri, right there in second. Carl Lampe in the 421, sitting there in third. Robert White in the 5 in fourth. Down the front stretch they go. And Austin Busick out of Trenton, Missouri, still out front, your leader, the 77, Zach Willis in second. Carl Lampe out of Fairgrove, Missouri. Last couple of years has ran into Pure Stocks, but moved up to the USRA Stock Car Division. Nice looking car there. as Robert White right there behind Carl Lampe. But we got the Joker Welding caution flag coming out for the 0 of Mason Beck. So the 77 of Zach Willis will have the choice between the bottom or the top. He will choose the inside lane. We call this a Delaware double file restart, where the second place car has the choice between the bottom or the top lane, because the first place car is in the lane by himself. Carl Lampe will be on the outside of Zach Willis as the green flag is back in the air. Carl Lampe off to a great start there on the outside of Zach Willis. She's looking to take over second place, but here comes Willis on the inside, bringing in Robert White with Willis, as we got 3 cars battling right there for that runner-up spot, as the 14D of Austin Busick is out front right now, trying to pull away from that battle back there, as here comes Robert White, pulls in front of the 421 of Carl Lampe. Into turns 3 and 4 they go. Austin, the 14, out front right now with a big lead there on the 77 of Zach Willis. Robert White in third. Robert White now on the inside of Willis, as Willis loses momentum there in turn number 2, shoots up the racetrack. Robert White takes advantage, as now he is running in second. But here comes Willis back on the inside of White, but White able to pull away. 2 more laps to go, as the 14 of Austin Busick will be making his way out of turn number 4. White flag is in the air. 20 years old out of Trenton, Missouri. Heat race number 1 out front, your leader. Great battle back there for 4th there between the 0 of Mason Beck and the 421 of Carl Lampe, but your leader, Austin Busick, will come down the front stretch. Checker flag is in the air. 5 of Robert White coming home second. And we got trouble coming out turn number 4. But Zach Willis coming home third. Great view there of the, call it the double view, double vision there on the ShowMeDirt.tv. Appreciate everybody watching on ShowMeDirt.tv and those that are in the stands here tonight. We welcome you to Lebanon Midway Speedway for the season opener of this 2022 racing season. Under the ownership of Quentin Tina, it's their 2nd year ownership. We appreciate them for everything they do for the racetrack here at the Midway Speedway, as we get ready now for heat race number 2 out of Aurora, Missouri. On the pole, that'll be the 2 of Zeb Kipper. On his outside from Joplin, Missouri, that'll be the 35 of Johnny Coates. Row number 2 on the inside out of Kansas City, Kansas. That'll be the 74 of Ronnie Schweitzer. And on the outside, last year's fall champion in the USRA stock cars, that'll be the 41 of Brian White. In row number 3 out of Buffalo, Missouri, that'll be the 23 of Mark Simon. In the Eagle Machine stock car heat race number 2. Get ready to go green. Green flag is in the air. 8 laps is your distance. The 2 is Zeb Kepper. Out front, your leader. Here comes Brian White, last year's fall champion. Right there behind Kepper. Here comes the 23, though, of Mark Simon. Jumps up now in that 3rd spot there, from 5th to 3rd in 1 lap. As the battle heats up there, as Kepper trying to hold off the 41 of Brian White. Here comes Simon gaining on the leaders. 3 cars. So the 2, Zach Kepper. Out front, Brian White, the 41, trying to make something happen here on the 2 of Kepper. Kepper leaving that inside lane open for White. White looks on the inside, takes advantage, side-by-side drag race down the front stretch. Mark Simon watching a great race in front of him, but he's now on the inside of White. Simon and White battling there for the lead. Top three duking it out here for heat race number 2 for the Eagle Machine USRA Stock Car Division. They are showing us why they are on the schedule here for our weekly division, but oh, trouble for the 23. And the 23 of Mark Simon going around. Watch it right here on the instant replay. And from that view, so the 41 of Brian White going on the inside. 74 of Ronnie Schweitzer on the outside. Row number 3 will be the 35 of Johnny Coates, and on the outside, the 23 of Mark Simon. Once again, welcome everybody watching live on our Facebook. Still have time to come out to Lebanon Midway Speedway if you're in the area. We're still in heat race action as the 2 is Zach Kemper out front, your leader, the 41 of Brian White in second. 74 of Ronnie Schweitzer in third as Coates and Simon battling back there for that 4th spot. We got an infield tire on the track in turn number 4. So the Joker Welding caution flag comes out. Eagle Machine located at 1235 Recycle Drive in Buffalo, Missouri. Ozarks' best machine shop, the horsepower of racing in the Ozarks. Visit them online. We're on Facebook. Give them a call at 417-345-8532. Zap Keeper out of Aurora, Missouri. Coming down to Lebanon Midway Speedway to go racing. We appreciate these drivers that have made the haul to Midway Speedway that has drove a distance, especially with the gas prices the way that they are. We appreciate them for being dedicated to racing in the Ozarks. Zach Kemper is your leader. The 41 of Brian White on the inside of row number 2. On the outside, 74 of Ronnie Schweitzer. 5 laps in, 3 more laps to go here in heat race number 2 for the Eagle Machine USRA stock cars. As we're on opening night of the 2022 racing season. We'll be back next Friday night right here at the Mighty Midway Speedway on April the 8th, running all the way through the month of April as the green flag is back in the air. So the 2 is Zach Keeper trying to hold off Brian White, but the Joker Welding caution flag comes out for the 23 Mark Simon, as he will come out of turn number 2. Pick up the speed there and see if what's going on there on the 23 machine. As he will go into the pits, 2 cautions by himself there. As at the line, White's will be going off. Green flag next time. Good racing so far for the USRA stock cars. So 74 having trouble there on the front end. Ronnie Schweitzer out of Kansas City, Kansas. Looks like the toe is out. As he will pull over to Joe Seaman over there, owner of Joker Welding and Fab over there. As he was, those watching online on ShowMeDirt.tv and our Facebook page, on practice day, you saw him bring out his portable machine and weld on the fence there during practice. Also had to come over today and weld on our popcorn machine, so the Independence Day Company concession stand could have popcorn tonight. So that's how portable he is. He's got a big Chevy dually. Also got a new logo released as well. So look forward to Joe over there in the staging area. As the 74, Ronnie Schweitzer, stayed on the racetrack. If you make the long haul from Kansas over to Missouri to Lebanon, Missouri, he's like, I know my right front is towed out, but I'm going to continue on and race. I drove all this way. Might as well give it a shot as the green flag is back in the air. Zach Keeper out front, your leader in the 2, the 41 of Brian White in second, the 35 of Johnny Coates in third. Great racer right there, tight racing there for your leaders. As they will go into turn number 4, Brian White looking on the inside. White flags in the air one more time around. Keeper hold off White in the 41. Side by side in turn number 2 they go. Battle down the backstretch. This is going to be a great finish here. White on the inside, Keeper on the outside. Here they come out, turn number 4. Who will have the momentum? Brian White on the last lap, making the final pass in turn number 4 to get the heat race win. Zach Keeper coming home second, and the 35 of Johnny Coates coming home third. That's why we have added them to the racing card here at the Lebanon Midway Speedway for the 2022 racing season. USRA stock car sponsored by Eagle Machine. Great heat race action for them as now we get ready now for the J2 cars, USRA B-Mod heat races. On the pole for heat race number 1 out of Max Creek, Missouri, it'll be the 30 of Rex Harris. On his outside from El Dorado Springs, Missouri, it'll be the 11L of Logan Smith. Row number 2 on the inside from Urbana, Missouri. That'll be the 55K of Colson Kirk. On the outside from Whitman, Missouri, in the J2, it'll be Chris Jackson. Row number 3 on the inside, last year's track champion out of Hermitage, Missouri. That'll be the 10P of Dave Pursley. On his outside from Stoutland, Missouri, it'll be the 55 of Luke Gideon. Row number 4 out of Polk, Missouri, it'll be the 14W of Dustin Walker. Green flag is in the air for heat race number 1 for the B-Mods. Rex Harris out front, your leader, Colson Kirk, looking on the inside of the 11L of Logan Smith. Here they go into turns 3 and 4 for the first time. Great tight racing so far on lap number 1. Rex Harris will take him to the line. He'll take lap number 1. Colson Kirk and Smith still battling there for a second. Here comes Chris Jackson trying to make it a 3 wide of the Lebanon Midway Speedway. Colson Kirk holding off Jackson. Logan Smith pulls in and it goes underneath the 30 of Harris, but shoots up the racetrack, loses some ground as Colson Kirk now in second. Chris Jackson out on the inside of the 11L of Smith. Jackson now looking to put his way into that third spot right there as Rex Harris still out front. Your leader, Colson Kirk in the 55 in second. Jackson in third. Here comes the champ, walking on the inside of 11L of Smith for fourth. Great tight racing so far in the J2 cars, USRA B-Mod heat race number 1. Racing all the way through the field as Rex Harris is still hanging on to the lead. Colson Kirk in the 55 in second. Chris Jackson in the J2 in third. Chris Jackson shoots up the racetrack now, trying to arch his way in the corners. But Colson Kirk keeping it tight right there in second. Colson Kirk shoots up the racetrack. Jackson out on the inside. Side by side behind your leader in the 30 of Rex Harris. Jackson and Kirk racing for that runner-up spot. Here comes the champ in the 10P of Pursley. He sees him racing hard. He's trying to gain ground. He wants to join that battle for second. Rex Harris in the 30. Still out front, your leader. Chris Jackson in the J2. Trying to hold off Kirk. White flag is in the air. One more time around. Rex Harris has a car length lead on the J2 of Chris Jackson. Here comes Pursley on the inside of Kirk. Battling there for third on the final lap. Rex Harris will get the win. J2 of Chris Jackson coming home second. Dayton Pursley coming home third. Colson Kirk coming home fourth. What a race there. Green, white, checkered for the J2 cars. B-Mod Heat Race number 1. Very racy racetrack here tonight. Cars going up and down the racetrack. 2, almost 3 wide racing action here. We get ready for heat race number 2. On the pole of this one out of Waterman, Missouri, that'll be the 31 of Mitchell Armstrong. He's outside. Doing double duty tonight out of Lebanon, Missouri, that'll be the 28 of Wesley Briggs. Already won a Midwest Modified heat race. In row number 2, celebrating a birthday today, that'll be the 35 out of West Plains, Missouri, of Luke Acton. On his outside from Lebanon, Missouri, it'll be the 6 of Jay Flynn. Row number 3 on the inside from Richland, Missouri, it'll be the G12 of Austin Greer. On his outside from Stoutland, Missouri, it'll be the T10 of Sam McDaniel. So Sam McDaniel looks like not making the call for this heat race as the green flag is in the air. Too much there for the 31 of Mitchell Armstrong. And the Joker Welding caution flag comes out. So you know what that means? The birthday boy, Luke Atkin, moves up to the pole spot on the inside of row number 1. On the outside will be the 28 of Wesley Briggs. Row number 2 will be the G12 of Austin Greer. On the outside, that'll be the 6 of Jay Flynn. There we go. Green flag is back in the air. Wesley Briggs already got a heat race win in the Midwest Modifieds, trying to get one in the B-Mods. See he's out front. Austin Greer battling there with the 35 of Luke Atkin. Here comes Jay Flynn, 3 wide in turn number 4. Austin Greer now, he's sandwiched in the middle now as Jay Flynn's on the outside. They're side by side. As Austin Greer moves up that second spot, Jay Flynn now in third. 28 of Wesley Briggs, still out front, your leader. The G12 of Austin Greer in second. The 6 of Jay Flynn in third. Wesley Briggs in that 28 out of Lebanon, Missouri. As he will make his way down the back stretch there. Here they come out of turn number 4. It's still Briggs, Greer, and Flynn, your top 3. Wesley Briggs out front, still your leader. Austin Greer in the 12 in second. Jay Flynn in third. Here they go down the front stretch. So far, it's been Briggs out front the whole race as they come out of turn number 4. White flag is in the air one more time around. The G12 of Austin Greer sitting there in second. 6 of Jay Flynn in third. Here they go. Checker flag is in the air for the 28 of Leslie Briggs. Dominating in the heat race action in both of the classes that he is running tonight. The G12 of Austin Greer coming home second. Jay Flynn coming home third. So Leslie Briggs getting the heat race win in the Norris Logging Midwest Modifieds and in the J2 Cars USRA Beat Mods. As now we get ready for the Macadoodles Power Eye Pure Stock Heat Race. On the pole for this one, out of Buffalo, Missouri, that'll be the 24 of Trent Houston. On his outside from Springfield, Missouri, that'll be the 34 of James Reedus. Row number 2 on the inside from Marshfield, Missouri, that'll be the 12 of Craig Dykstra. On his outside from Tuscumbia, Missouri, that'll be the 5 of Justin McDowell. Row number 3 on the inside from Long Lane, Missouri, that'll be the 6 of Corey Hinson. On his outside from Falcon, Missouri, that'll be the 14 of Jonathan Finley. In row number 4 out of Lebanon, Missouri, that'll be the 17 of Austin Wilson. 8 laps is your distance, 7 cars. Green flag is in the air. James Reedus out front in the wagon. Your leader, the 24, Trent Houston in second. Craig Dykstra in the 12, sitting there in third. The battle is for fourth right now between the 6 of Corey Hinson and the 5 of Justin McDowell. But right now it is Reedus out front. Out of 4. James Reedus still out front, your leader in the Macadoodles Power Eye Pure Stock Heat Race. 24 of Trent Houston in second. The 12 of Craig Dykstra sitting there in third. Single file all the way around Lebanon Midway Speedway. James Reedus trying to extend his lead on the 24 of Trent Houston. Craig Dykstra in the 12 sitting there in third. As McDowell and Hinson battling there for fourth. McDowell on the inside, Hinson on the outside. As Corey Hinson now moves up to that fourth spot in the 6. Right now it is James Reedus out front. In the 34, Trent Houston in the 24 in second. The 12 of Craig Dykstra in third. They come out turn number 4. 2 more laps to go. James Reedus out of Springfield, Missouri will be getting the white flag. Started racing at the age of 14. Won his first race at 14 in a mini stock. Multiple feature wins, multiple track champions in the pure stocks. And tonight he's going to get a heat race win here in the Macadoodles Pure Stock Heat Race. Sanctioned by Power Eye. Trent Houston coming home second. Craig Dykstra coming home third. So that will bring us to our intermission break here as the heat races are in the books here at the Lebanon Midway Speedway for opening night of the 2022 racing season. Great racing in our heat race action. We look forward to the features coming up here very shortly. It'll be a good time right now to go visit the concession stand, get you something to eat and drink. Concession stand sponsored by the Independent Stave Company. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is opening night here for the 2022 racing season. It's getting close to feature time. The Super Stocks will be making their way to the staging area. We're getting set for opening night. We've got some pace trucks that are going to be helping us out here tonight. Sitting right over there. Nice looking truck right there. Especially a truck that you probably wanted to have like 2 days ago when we were in a flash flood warning. That truck would probably hardly ever get flooded, as tall as it is, but Super Stocks be getting ready to come out here for their feature racing time, and we will find out who will be the first one in the Remax Next Generation Victory Lane here for 2022 racing season. As your lineups will be on the My Race Pass app, so feel free to look at the lineups as they will come out onto the track. A nice looking view there off of turn number 3 there. Joe Seaman, our staging man right there. Joker. For those of you that don't know, Joe has a big day, I believe, coming up on Tuesday, I believe. Tuesday the 5th. That man right there is going to be on the Macleod County ballot for the Lebanon R3 school board member. So Lebanon Midway fans, go to the polls and vote for Joe on Tuesday, April the 5th. And just so you know, John M.G. came out of retirement, and he is behind the wheel of the CNS towing tow truck. So we appreciate John for being here as well, as he is in the CNS towing tow truck. So still got a lot of familiar staff here at the Lebanon Midway Speedway, some new faces. We also shifted spots up here in the scores booth, but we appreciate each and every one of our staff members here at the Lebanon Midway Speedway. And as you go through the concession stand or see somebody at the beer garden or any staff members, let them know you appreciate them. And we look forward to a great 2022 racing season as we get ready to pace out. As here we go, it is feature time for the Ozark Sporting Goods Power High Super Stocks. On the pole out of Lebanon, Missouri, in the 41. On the pole out of this one out of Stoutland, Missouri. In the 7, that'll be Joshua Lewis on his outside from Tuscumbia, Missouri. That'll be 05 of Dale Berry. Row number 2 out of Grove Springs, Missouri. Choosing to go tailback, that'll be 56 of Mark Davis. So on the inside, that'll be the 32 of Jim Button out of Phillipsburg, Missouri. On his outside, that'll be the 32X of John Knoll out of Lebanon, Missouri in that 32X. It'll be the 53 of Danny O'Neill out of Niagara, Missouri. And on his outside, that'll be the 7K of Kyle Hamby of Hackett, Arkansas. 15 laps will be your distance. Nice looking pace truck there for opening night of the 2022 racing season. That's how we do it here at the Lebanon Midway Speedway. Ozark Sporting Goods, the sponsor of our PowerEye Super Stocks. Moving to a new location from the mall to the old Harley-Davidson building. Ozark Sporting Goods and Archery and Firearms store with the largest inventory in the area and are open 7 days a week. Lights are going off. The pace truck will be making his way off the track as we will see our first feature winner here tonight for the 2022 racing season for the Ozark Sporting Goods PowerEye Super Stocks. Sanctioned this year with PowerEye for the Super Stocks, second year in a row. PowerEye also sanctioning the Pure Stocks and Midwest Modifieds. But here we go. PowerEye Super Stocks come out turn number 4. Green flag is in the air for our first feature of the 2022 racing season. Side-by-side racing for the lead early. As the 7 of Josh Lewis out front. Dale Berry, the 05 in second. The 32 of Jim Button in third. Here they come now. Josh Lewis will take lap number 1. Dale Berry, the 05 in second. Jim Button, the 32, sitting there in third. The 53 of Danny O'Neill in fourth. With John Newell in the 32X sitting there in fifth. Josh Lewis right now trying to hold on to that lead as Dale Berry, the 05, is right there in second. Jim Button, the 32, in third. Here comes Berry on the inside of Lewis. They go into turn number 3. Lewis will be able to hold off Berry. They both shoot up the racetrack. Domino effect right there as Lewis still holds on. Dale Berry, the 05 in second. 2 cars battling for the lead. Out there by themselves. Jim Button trying to gain some ground on the leaders, trying to close that gap up. Right now, it's still Josh Lewis out front. Dale Berry in second in the 05. Down the backstretch they go. Great racing up there for the lead. Dale Berry sitting right there waiting for his opportunity as he tries to look on the inside. Lewis able to hold him off. Josh Lewis in the 7 out front. Those that are watching online at ShowMeDirt.tv, hopefully you will join us this season here live and at the racetrack right here. Like I said, we appreciate you watching on ShowMeDirt.tv. As they've been with us a couple of seasons here at the racetrack. As we got turn number 2 cleared. So look forward to going back racing here very shortly. As we'll double them up here. The 05 of Dale Berry will have the choice between the bottom or the top. He will choose the inside lane. So the 32 of Jim Button will go on the outside. It'll be the 32 of John Newell, the inside of row number 3 there. And the 56 of Mark Davis will go on the outside. Five laps in, 10 more laps to go. As they'll be getting the one to go, lights are going off. Here we go. Lights are off. 5 laps in, 10 more laps scheduled to go here as Josh Lewis out front. Your leader out Stoutland of Missouri. Green flag is back in the air. Whoa, Lewis going sideways. Dale Berry collecting Lewis as Berry had nowhere to go, and the Joker welding caution comes out. Too much there for the 7 of Josh Lewis as he went in the turn number 1 in the middle of 1 and 2. Got cockeyed there. Went sideways. Dale Berry had nowhere to go. Had to stop right there. He will try to get off that berm there, and the bottom of the berm is pretty wet from the moisture that we received for the past couple of days. It looks like he'll be able to pull away from bottom berm there by himself with no assistance. So 32, Jim Button will be our leader. The 32X of John Knoll will be in second now. So it'll be the 32s. So the 32s will be the top 2 cars. There we go. Mark Davis in the 56 will be the 3rd place right there. As the leaders go to the tailback there. So Jim Button got a reward there from the rewards banquet earlier in the off-season. Today's Traders Grill of Wall Street Cattle Company Ranch. We had a great awards banquet to honor last year's track champions and top 5 finishers. As we will double them up here, the 32X of John Knoll will be on the inside. Mark Davis will be on the outside. Coming to the line, lights will be going off. Green flag will wave next time. Jim Button right now is your leader. The 32X of John Knoll on the inside of row number 2. Mark Davis on the outside. Lights are off. Will we see the green flag this time and go back racing? They come out turn number 4. Green flag is in the air. Jim Button out front. Mark Davis in the 56 in second. He keeps up momentum. Down the back stretch they go. In the turns number 3. Now 4. Danny O'Neill in the 53 right there in third. Jim Button still out front, your leader. Davis in second. O'Neill in the 53. In third, but here comes Berry on the outside of O'Neill. Side by side. Here comes Davis on the inside of the 32 of Button. Side by side, they go into turns 3 and 4. Davis on the inside, Button on the outside. He shoots up the racetrack. Here comes O'Neill on the inside of Button. Your top 4 right there in a group by themselves. Throw a blanket over them. Here comes the 32 of Jim Button right there behind the 56 of Mark Davis. It's Davis, Button, in O'Neill. Great racing so far for the Ozark Sporting Goods POWRi Super Stocks main event tonight. As Danny O'Neill on the inside now of Jim Button. Here comes Dale Berry. As Jim Button falling back in the pack as the 53 of Danny O'Neill now in second. Dale Berry in the 05 in third. We got the 32X of John Knoll going around there in turn number 4. And the Joker Welding is coming out. Checker flag coming out for the 32X of John Knoll. So the 56 of Mark Davis out of Grove Springs, Missouri. Your leader. 53 of Danny O'Neill out of Niagara, Missouri. Mark Davis runs with us here yearly here at the Lebanon Midway Speedway. Nice looking wrap there on the 56 machine. As I mentioned earlier tonight, love opening night because you get to see what the drivers did throughout the off season, the new wraps and paint schemes that they have, and a lot of wraps were done by Icon Graphics. Tim Day did a lot of work for these drivers. A local business here in the Ozarks, as well as Spectrum Design. As we get ready now for the 53 of Danny O'Neill to choose the bottom or the top lane. He will choose the bottom lane. The 05 of Del Berry will go on the outside. So 32X of John Newell will need assistance from the night auction service push truck. As the window net was down on the 32X, he pulled over there in turn number 3, and not able to get back going again, so he'll need some assistance from the night auction service push truck. Don't forget, we'll be right back here next Friday night, right here at the Lebanon Midway Speedway on April the 8th. So John Newell will get some assistance here. See if he can get it fired back up. So when they come back around, lights will be going off for the Ozark Sporting Goods, Power Eye Super Stocks. Drivers here. Mark Davis, your leader. 10 in, 5 more laps to go. See if Mark Davis will be able to hold off the 53 of Danny O'Neill or the 05 of Del Berry. The 53 of Danny O'Neill, 18 years old. And green flag is back in the air. Mark Davis will lead him out of 2. O'Neill and Berry battling there as O'Neill pulls away now from O'Neill. Del Berry, the 05 now in second, the 53 of O'Neill in third. Down the backstretch they go now. Here comes the 7K of Kyle Hemby, and he jumps up to that third spot. Here they come out of turn number 4. Down the front stretch they go. Mark Davis, Del Berry battling it out. 2 more laps to go. Can Mark Davis hold on to the lead? Had trouble in hot laps. Made the decision to go tailback in the heat race, but the Joker Welding caution flag comes out for the 32X of John Newell. And the 32 of Jim Button just got stuck down there on the bottom third, on the bottom berm. So we will give the 32 of Jim Button some assistance here. As it looks like might just need a push. We'll see what the 32 of Jim Button needs there as the night auction service push truck gives him some assistance. But we have a heck of a race going on there for the lead between the 56 of Mark Davis and the 05 of Dale Berry. And so the 32 of Jim Button getting a push there from the push truck. He'll be able to continue on. He will tag to the rear of the field. So Mark Davis, still your leader, the 05 of Dale Berry in second. As the 05 of Dale Berry will have the choice between the bottom or the top. He will choose the inside lane. Kyle Hemkai will go on the outside. As they come to the line, lights will be going off. Green flag next time for the 56 of Mark Davis, who is the leader. See if he can hold off the 05 of Dale Berry or the 7K, Kyle Hemby. So lights are off. Davis looking for a great restart right here. Got some great competition behind him as he will set the pace. Green flag is back in the air. '56 of Mark Davis will come out of turn number 4. White flag is in the air. The 05 of Dale Berry in second. Kyle Hemby in the 7K in third. Josh Lewis in the 7 in fourth. Down the backstretch they go. Out of turn number 3, now 4. Coming down to the line. Mark Davis getting it done here on opening night. Goes around in turn number 1. And what a night he has had. From trouble and hot laps to choosing to go tailback in the heat race. And getting it figured out, looks like, for the 56 of Mark Davis out of Grove Springs, Missouri. He will be our first driver to visit the RE/MAX Next Generation Victory Lane. So Mark Davis getting our first win on opening night here of the 2022 racing season. The Ozark Sporting Goods Super Stocks. As he will be making his way to the RE/MAX Next Generation Victory Lane. Sean the Grindstaff, our photographer, will get a picture there as here comes the family and the crew greeting the 56 of Mark Davis. And at the beginning of the night, he had the monkey on his back, got rid of that, and ended up in Victory Lane. As the family and crew is greeting him down there. Track owner Clint Gann down there as well, presenting the check to Mark Davis as when he comes out of the car. Race fans, let them hear you. Your Ozark Sporting Goods Power Eye Super Stock feature winner, Mark Davis. Congratulations, Mark Davis. doing the dirt track thing, ending up in the Remax Next Generations victory lane. Great way to start off the season there for the 56 team. We'll see if he can carry it on next Friday night, on April the 8th. As he has some time to get the car a little bit faster for their added money night on July the 15th for the Power Eye Super Stocks. Sean the Grind staff getting the family and crew photo right there. Race fans, let them hear you one more time. The 56 of Mark Davis, your Super Stock feature winner. As up next, we'll be getting ready for the Norris Logging Power Eye Midwest Modified feature. So Mark Davis needs some assistance there to get the car fired back up. Ran it too hard. Car saying, all right, I've had enough. I had a rough start and a great finish. He said, it's too cold. I don't want to start back up. So get ready now for the Norris Logging Power Eye Midwest Mod feature. There, he fires back up there. So he'll be making his way over to the tech barn, the second part of a race night for the driver after they complete their win. There we go. Oh, we're adding another truck to our pace trucks here for the Norris Logging Midwest Mod feature. Nice looking trucks right there. So we get ready for the Midwest Modified starting lineup. On the pole, last year's track champion out of Springfield, Missouri, number 64, Pete Richardson. On his outside, runner-up out of Lebanon, Missouri, number 32 of Joe Francis. Row number 2 on the inside from Marshfield, Missouri. That'll be the 15 of Trent Wynn. On his outside from Lebanon, Missouri. That'll be the 28 of Wesley Briggs. Row number 3 on the inside from Lebanon, Missouri. That'll be the 5C of Brian Cook. And on his outside from Buffalo, Missouri. That'll be the 87H of Dwayne Hobbs. Row number 4 on the inside from Lebanon, Missouri. That'll be the 15R of Oakley Ratwood. On the outside from Lebanon, Missouri. That'll be the 4 of Caleb Rhodes. Row number 5 on the inside from Lebanon, Missouri. Rookie driver in the 87 of Aaron Odell. And on his outside from Lebanon, Missouri, it'll be the 7C of Derek Cook. Row number 6 on the inside from Sparta, Missouri, it'll be the 55 of Kyle Rafferty. And on his outside from Sparta, Missouri, it'll be the 55, or the 18P of Shannon Paxton out of Springfield, Missouri. Row number 7 on the inside from Springfield, Missouri, it'll be the 6T of Austin Treadway. And on his outside from Bourbon, Missouri, it'll be the 2 of Zach Martin. In row number 8 on the inside, it'll be 05 of Cheyenne Bauman. Year number 2 for the 05 of Cheyenne Bauman. On her outside, that'll be the 5H of Austin Huntley out of Lebanon, Missouri. It looks like the 4 of Caleb Rhodes choosing to go tailback. But what a sight there out front. In front of our front row, the 64, Pete Richardson, and the 32 of Joe Francis right there. Doing it style here at the Lebanon Midway Speedway. As they come down the front stretch, lights will be going off. The trucks will be making their way off the racetrack. As we will be getting ready here. It's time for the Norris Logging POWRi Midwest Modified A main here tonight, race fans. They get ready to fire off here in turn number 4. Green flag is in the air. Pete Richardson out front in the 64. The 15 of Trent Wynn now moved up to that second spot. Joe Francis in third. Here comes Dwayne Hobson at 87. He moves now in that 4th spot. Pete Richardson takes lap number 1. Trent Wynn in 15 in second. Joe Francis in the 32 in third. 64 Pete Richardson still out front, having a 3-car length lead on the 15 of Trent Wynn. Joe Francis staying there with the 15 of Wynn. Richardson comes out of 2. Great battle there for the top 5 there. The 7C is Derek Cook, and the Joker Welding caution flag is coming out. The 5H. Of Austin Huntley out of Lebanon, Missouri, bringing out the caution. Norris Logging, a family-owned and operated business specializing in harvesting and marketing hardwood timber. Check them out on Facebook or give them a call at 417-664-6366. So Pete Richardson in the 64, Springfield, Missouri, 23 years old. Got the track championship last season. Got the 15 of Trent Wynn out of Marshville, Missouri. Sitting there in second, the 32 of Joe Francis. Smoking Joe, they call him, in that 32. He's sitting there in that 3rd spot. The 15 of Trent Wynn has the choice between the bottom or the top. He will choose that inside lane. The 32 of Joe Francis will go on the outside. Everybody else will follow along there. The 87 of Dwayne Hobbs. Good to see him here tonight out of Buffalo, Missouri. Some very competitive drivers here tonight for the Norris Logging POWRi Midwest Modifieds as we get ready to go back green. Green flag is back in the air. Richardson out front. Trent Wynn in second. And it looks like the 7C of Derek Cook and the 15R of Oakley Ragland are hooked up there on the backstretch. As I mentioned, also we thank ShowMeDirt.tv, Thomas Shaw. Him and his son do an outstanding job with Show Me Dirt. Like them on Facebook. Hit the like page as they are always somewhere on the weekends. And always helping racing in the Ozarks. Get more coverage and media time, and we appreciate them. The 64 though of Pete Richardson looking to get some more runs here. Out front, your leader as the green flag is back in the air. Richardson out front, Trent Wynn in the 15 in second. He shoots up the racetrack Can he make it stick? Down the front stretch they go. Problems though for the 32 of Joe Francis, as he is falling backwards in the middle of the pack. The 5C of Brian Cook shoots across the front stretch. Joker welding, caution comes out. So we got the 32 of Joe Francis at a stop here off of turn number 4 and into 15R of Oakley Ragland. You can see those that are watching ShowMeDirt.tv. Me and Thomas make a pretty good team. If he doesn't see something, I can direct him to something, and if I don't see something, he helps me out as well. So we make a pretty good team. Yep, thumbs up there. And Thomas was here last Sunday with our test and tune, and able to get some great coverage as we're in the Joker Welding and Fab caution time here. And looks like we've also got a piece of debris on the backstretch. It looks like the drive shaft is stuck in the track there on the backstretch. So don't see that very often. The drive shaft sticking in the dirt there. You can see it sticking out. So they will try to get that drive shaft pulled out there from the wrecker. We talked about earlier last Sunday, had a test and tune because of Mother Nature past 2 Fridays doing its thing and not able to get test and tune in, so we had it last Sunday afternoon. Had a little bit of rain and sleet that Sunday morning, but sun came out. Turned out to be a great afternoon for practice, but had an accident there in the middle of turn 3 and 4, and Joe Seaman with his portable welder was on site. He came out and welded the fence back up there in turn 3 and 4. But now they're going to try to pull this drive shaft out. It looks like Joe might be live. So if those that are friends with Joe, or might be live, or he might be videotaping. And you can see right there, almost got it out there. More than half of it is coming out, and there it is. So they'll smash the dirt back down there. There's ex-track owner Clint Gann right there, smashing the dirt down. Appreciate Clint and his crew as they were here at 8 o'clock this morning and working this track in and got the track worked in, and it spent majority of their time sheep's putting the pit area, as the pit area they mentioned on Facebook was the part that was really muddy, but able to get it worked in, and appreciate the drivers for coming out tonight. But a great view here at the Lebanon Midway Speedway for opening night. So getting the track cleared. Got some oil on the track. They're trying to get that rolled in. Once again, feel free to check in the Lebanon Midway Speedway on our Facebook page. Let them know how you guys are enjoying tonight's race in action. Feel free to like Show Me Dirt on their Facebook page as well. Hit the like button as well. As Gots to Go to 64, Pete Richardson is your leader. To 15, a Trent Wynn in second. Here we go, lights are going off. Green flag will come out next time by. Pete Richardson out front. Trent Wynn in second. Dwayne Hobbs in third. Wesley Briggs in the 28. In fourth. Green flag is in the air. Richardson out front, your leader. Trent Wynn in a 15 in second. 87 of the Dwayne Hobbs in third. Great racing there for the lead, though. As down the front stretch they go. Richardson, Wynn, Hobbs, and Briggs, your top four. 55 of Kyle Lafferty there in fifth. And Trent Wynn trying to make something happen there on the high side. Around the Mighty Midway Speedway, the 87 of Aaron Ozell off the pace there. He will pull it into the pit area. As we're staying green here. As Richardson comes out of four. Trent Wynn trying to keep within striking distance, but here comes the 28 of Wesley Briggs. Trying to get on the inside of Hobbs. Hobbs shoots up the racetrack. Briggs takes advantage. Now he's sitting there in that third spot. Lap traffic there for the 5H of Austin Huntley. Trying to stay on the lead lap, but 64 of Richardson passes him there. And 15 of Trent Wynn now trying to work by the 5H of Austin Huntley. And Richardson now able to pull away from the 15 of Wynn. See if Wynn will be able to close the gap there on the leader. Right now, the 87 of Dwayne Hobbs trying to hold off that 55 of Kyle Lafferty for that fourth spot. See them right there on the screen there. As the 87 of Hobbs comes out of two, pulls away from Lafferty. As Richardson comes down the front stretch. Got a pretty big, decent lead there on the 15 of Trent Wynn. Richardson now working his way through lap traffic. Down the front stretch they go. Right now, the good battle there at the front of the pack there for third. As Wesley Briggs trying to hold on to that third spot. Dwayne Hobbs in the 87. But we got caution. Joker Welding caution flag comes out for the 5H of Austin Huntley. Twelve laps in. 3 more laps to go for this one as the 5H of Austin Huntley will make his way on the pit road there as 64 Pete Richardson had a pretty decent lead there on the 15 of Wynn, but that's gone away now as Wynn will line back up behind Richardson. So see if Richardson will be able to hold off Wynn there in the 15th. Wesley Briggs in the 28th, sitting there in third. The 87 of Dwayne Hobbs in fourth, and the 55 of Kyle Lafferty is in fifth. Coming to the line, the lights will be going off. Green flag next time. Green flag is in the air. 3 laps to go in the Norris Logging Power Line Midwest Mod A main. As Richardson goes into turn number 4, Trent Wynn shoots up the track. 2 more laps to go now for last year's track champion. But here comes Briggs as Wynn shoots up the track. Briggs trying to take advantage there, stayed on the bottom. As the white flag is in the air, 1 more lap to go. The battle is for second between Briggs and Wynn. Trouble though for the 15 of Trent Wynn, as he's losing 3 spots. Richardson though comes out of turn number 4. Checker flag is in the air for the 64 of Pete Richardson. The 28 of Wesley Briggs comes home second. Dwayne Hobbs coming home third. So last year's 2021 Midwest Modified Track Champion, 64, Pete Richardson, off to a great start this season. Opening night, he gets the win here for the Norris Logging Power Eye Midwest Modifieds. As he makes his way there to turn number 3, loading up the race car with some kids to take them to the Remax Next Generation Victory Lane to celebrate the big win down there for the 64. Pete Richardson, as he was one of the drivers that we got the honor at our 2021 Track Awards banquet at the Dave's Traders Grill on Wall Street Cattle Company Ranch. The Gots to Go 64 Midwest Modified. And the kids holding the $300 check down there as Pete Richardson taking off his safety equipment. And his helmet there. Race fans, help him out of the car. Your Norris Logging Power Eye Midwest Mod feature winner, the 64 of Pete Richardson. Congratulations once again to Pete Richardson, your Midwest Modified feature winner. So now we get ready for the Spectrum Design. We're actually get ready for the stock cars coming out. We'll get ready for the Eagle Machine USRA Stock Car Feature Time. Here's how they will roll out on the pole. It'll be the 41 of Brian White out of Lebanon, Get the lineup here on the My Race Pass app pulled up here as get ready for the Eagle Machine USRA stock car feature. On the pole for this one out of Lebanon, Missouri, it'll be Brian White on his outside from Trenton, Missouri. It'll be the 14D of Austin Busick. Row number 2 on the inside from Lebanon, Missouri. It'll be the 5 of Robert White on his outside out of Aurora, Missouri. It'll be the 2 of Zeb Kipper. Row number 3 on the inside from Max Creek, Missouri. It'll be the 77 of Zach Willis on his outside from Joplin, Missouri. It'll be the 35 of Johnny Coates. Row number 4 on the inside from Fairgrove, Missouri. It'll be the 421 of Carlo Lampe. On the outside from Kansas City, Kansas. That'll be the 74 of Rodney Schweitzer. Row number 5 on the inside from Urbana, Missouri. It'll be the 0 of Mason Beck. And on the outside from Buffalo, Missouri, it'll be the 23 of Mark Simon. "15 laps is your distance here. Last year's champ on the pole for the fall season. Green flag is in the air." Brian White out front. The 14 of Austin Busick in second. Great battle back there for third between the 5 of Robert White and the 2 of Zeb Kipper. Side by side there as the 41 of Brian White takes lap number 1. Austin Busick in the 14 in second, but the Joker Welding caution flag comes out for the 23 of Mark Simon. Brian White of Lebanon, Missouri, 21 years old. Winner of our fall season stock car championship last season as they joined the race on lineup in the fall of 2021. 14D of Austin Busick chooses the inside lane. So the 5 of Robert White, which is the father of the 41 of Brian White, is on the outside there of the 14D. Lights are off, get ready to go back green. This time, green flag is in the air. Brian White out front. 3 wide battle there for second. We got the 77 of Zach Willis, the 14D of Austin Busick, and the 5 of Robert White. And they are beating on each other out of 4. We're still staying green. Austin Busick out front there in second. 20 years old. First time here at the Lebanon Midway Speedway, running second. The 5 of Robert White in third. The 74 of Robert Schweitzer right now in fourth, trying to hold off the 2 of Zeb Kipper. But the 41 still out front of Brian White. The 14 of Zeb Kipper. And the Joker Welding caution flag coming out. So Rob White bringing out the caution. Got 4 laps in. 11 more laps to go. And we got the flyover here. I want to say that might be Nathan Warson. Nathan Warson here. He was here for practice. He is pretty good on that drone right there. Does a lot for real estate here in the Clay County, Lebanon, Missouri. He was here for practice and Thomas is having trouble keeping up with that thing because it's so fast, so quick. We might have to have a drone race here at the racetrack for the 2022 racing season. As it looks like the 14D, Boston Music, got sheet metal rubbing on the tires there. Pull that out for them. With 41 of Brian White, Lebanon, Missouri native, looking to get a win here on opening night, just like Pete Richardson did. So that'll be good as it gets. The 14-0 was, like you said, mentioned to him, talked to him before the racing action, looking to run 4 nationals in the stock cars. So he will choose the inside lane. The 74, Rodney Schweitzer, will go on the outside. And lights are going off. As they're going to go back racing this time. Green flag is back in the air. Good tight racing so far. 41 of Brian White trying to hold off the 14D of Boston Music. The 74 of Rodney Schweitzer in that third spot there, the 74. But good tight racing here for the Eagle Machine USRA stock cars. As Austin Music right there on the back bumper of the 41. Brian White. Brian White trying to hold off, and the trouble there in turn number 1, the 14D. Boston Music going around by himself. Too much there. As he was right there behind the 41 of Brian White. Your leader, not sure if he wanted to shoot up on the high side to see if anything was there, but went into turn number 1, lost control of the car, went around, and bringing out the Joker Welding caution flag. So he will tag to the rear of the field. So that will change. The front of the pack there is now the 74 of Ronnie Schweitzer to that inside lane. The 2 is Zeb Kipper on the outside. Lights are off. Brian White will lead him into turn number 4. Green flag is back in the air. Keep your eye on that 23 of Mark Simon, starting at the rear of the field, has now worked his way into the top 5 as he's now sitting there battling there for third with the 2, Zeb Kipper, as Brian White now getting the halfway sign from Keith Foreman, the flagman. So White out front, the 74 is Schweitzer in second, the 23 is Simon in third. 35 of Johnny Coates now moves into that 4th spot. Good tight racing back there for the 6th spot there between Robert White and the 5 and the 421 of Carl Lampe. Here comes the 14D of Austin Music. Good racing there in the middle of the pack. As it's still Brian White out front, Rodney Schweitzer in the 74 in second. Brian White trying to keep a car link between him and that 74. Down the front stretch they go. Once again, a good run there for Buffalo, Missouri's Mark Simon in the 23. Started 10th and has now worked his way up to that 3rd spot. 2 more laps to go, though, for the 41 of Brian White. Rob White now, he's looking to get a top 5 finish there in the 5 after spinning around and having a good late run here as the white flag is in the air one more time around for the 41 of Brian White. 74 of Ronnie Schweitzer in 2nd, Mark Simon in 3rd, Robert White in 4th, and the 14D of Austin Music in 5th. But here comes Brian White getting the feature win. The 74 of Ronnie Schweitzer 2nd, the 23 of Mark Simon 3rd, and Rob White coming home 5th. So another driver that won a championship last season getting a win on opening night here for the 2022 racing season. The 41 of Brian White getting congratulated by his father, the 5 of Robert White. The Butcher Shop there, the sponsor on that 41 machine. And complete services there as he is being greeted there. Here comes the brother to greet him as race fans, let him hear you. Your Eagle Machine USRA stock car feature winner, the 41 of Brian White. Congratulations once again to the 41 of Brian White, your Eagle Machine USRA stock car feature winner on opening night. So a great start so far for our champions last season that are here tonight with us tonight. As we get ready now for the Spectrum Design late models. Will be making their way on the track here for their feature. As they will need, once again, assistance for the 41, Brian White. They run them so hard that pulling the Remax Next Generation victory lane and not able to fire back up. So they will get assistance from our night auction service push truck here. Once again, we appreciate Sean the Grind staff, our photographer here at the Mighty Midway Speedway. Make sure you follow her on her Facebook page as she will have those photos posted very soon. She does a great job to get them uploaded on her Facebook page. And we get ready for some late model racing. There's Sean the Grind staff, the fabulous Midway Speedway track photographer down there. I think she's a little shy. Fans, let Shauna know how much you appreciate her and everything she does here at the racetrack. Got some great people here at the Mighty Midway Speedway. We'd love for you to come out in person here at the racetrack if you're watching online at showmedirt.tv. Got a full schedule for the 2022 racing season. You can look at that on our My Race Pass app on their Midway Speedway, Lebanon Midway Speedway, or online at www.midwayspeedway.net. As mentioned throughout the night, we will be back next Friday night. Off night number 2 of the 2022 race of the season on April the 8th. So you'll be racing all the way through the month of April and the month of May, and the last weekend in May, May 29th, is the Tony Roper Memorial. Cash Money late models will be on hand with us. And on June the 3rd is the Gary Woodall Memorial. And then on June the 17th is our Kids Penny Scramble. Bringing that back to the Lebanon Midway Speedway on June the 17th. So a lot of great races to look forward to. So here we go. It is late model feature time. Sponsored by Spectrum Design. 15 laps will be your distance on the pole out of Buffalo, Missouri. It'll be the 23 of Mark Simon. On his outside will be the 4A of Dustin Atkinson out of Lebanon, Missouri. In row number 2 on the inside will be Fairgrove, Missouri, the 13 of Sean Whitman. And on the outside will be the 52 of Stephen Price out of Bolivar, Missouri. So the late models getting their time to shine here tonight for their feature. "15 laps will be your distance." As the winner will go to the Remax Next Generation Victory Lane. Once again, with the nice looking pace truck there for opening night. Be making his way off the track here. As the flagman Keith Foreman will be giving them the one to go. Lights will be going off this time as they cross the flag stand here. Here we go. Mark Simon out of Buffalo, Missouri on the pole. Dustin Atkinson out of Lebanon, Missouri on the outside of row number 1. Sean Whitman in the 13 on the inside of row number 2. Rookie driver there in the 52 of Stephen Price in the late models on the outside of row number 2. Lights are off. 15 laps is your distance. Green flag is in the air. Mark Simon out front. Dustin Atkinson in the 4 in second. Sean Whitman in the 13 in third. Simon, Atkinson, Whitman, and Price. That is how they went across the line for lap number 1. Spectrum Design coming on board this season, being the sponsor for our late models here for the 2022 racing season. Mark Simon has had many trips around this racetrack here at the Lebanon Midway Speedway and all different kinds of race cars. He's been racing since 1997 and still racing here in 2022 on opening night. The 4A of Dustin Atkinson joined the late model class last year. As the year before that, he was a B-mod driver. Then in the middle of the season, put together the late models 13 is Sean Whitman joining us this season in at 13. Like I said, mentioned earlier, the 52 is Stephen Price. Also put together a weight model as well, as the weight models run a Cash Money weight model rules. As the Cash Money weight models will be with us on May the 29th for the Tony Roper Memorial. Well, we look forward to this class to grow throughout the season, as there's still some cars that are being put together. As it's still early in the spring. A lot of tracks in the area haven't opened yet. A lot of drivers still waiting to get their cars done. Good to have the drivers that are here tonight. As the 23 of Mark Simon is still out front, your leader. The 4A of Dustin Atkinson in second. The 13 of Sean Whitman in third. Steve Price trying to stay on the lead lap here as Mark Simon on the inside there. And Stephen Price up against the wall. And the Joker Welding caution flag comes out. So caution comes out there for the 52. Watch it here on the instant replay. Midwest Sheet Metal instant replay. Mark Simon there. Leaving a lot of room there, and just Steve Price there up against the front stretch wall. So the 52 and Steve Price will stop here as Simon Bauer will pull off the spoiler there on the 52 machine. Once again, we appreciate our fans for being here tonight in the stands. Tonight when it's pretty cool outside. Still have the jackets out, the hoodies out. Hopefully very soon we'll be able to put those back in the closet for next winter. But appreciate the dedicated race fans here tonight, bringing out the blankets and the hoodies and the jackets. Those that are watching online at showmedirt.tv. You got the good right there, bundled up there, the blankets and the hoodies there you can see, but those that are watching online, I bet it's really cold in your house. Well, that's why we got showmedirt.tv here with us again this season. As I mentioned, very affordable to watch race in action. They also will have the race available during the week as well for purchase. So drivers can go back and watch the race, take some notes. It's like any other sport where teams can watch other teams' film and see how they can get better. 23 of Mark Simon, your leader right now. The 4A of Dustin Atkinson in second. Sean Whitman in 13 in third. Green flag is back in the air. Mark Simon out front in the 23. The 4A of Dustin Atkinson within striking distance there. We'll see if we can make anything happen here late. 2 more laps to go. For the Spectrum Design Dirt Late Models. White flag is in the air. One more time around. Here they come out of turn number 4. Mark Simon out of Buffalo, Missouri, getting the checkered flag. Dustin Atkinson coming home second. And the 13 of Sean Whitman coming home third. So the 23 of Mark Simon parking it in the Remax Next Generation Victory Lane. Getting the win on opening night here for the 2022 racing season for the Spectrum Design late model division here. As he did back-to-back. Race fans, let them hear you. Your Spectrum Design late model feature winner, the 23 of Mark Simon. So congratulations to the 23 of Mark Simon, your Spectrum Design late model feature winner. We'll see if his late model will be able to fire back up, or if he'll need some assistance as we get ready to bring out the J2 cars, USRA B-Mods. As he will need a push truck as well. So everybody's needing some assistance out of the Remax Next Generation Victory Lane. So make sure you come back next Friday night, April the 8th, to see if these feature winners on opening night will be able to go back-to-back for the 2022 racing season. See how far they can go in Victory Lane as the night auction service push truck giving a so we get ready now for the J2 cars. USRA B-Mod feature. And on the pole for this one. On the pole for this one out of Lebanon, Missouri, it'll be a 28 of Wesley Briggs. On his outside from Richland, Missouri, it'll be a G12 of Austin Greer. Row number 2 on the inside from Max Creek, Missouri, it'll be the 30 of Rex Harris. And on his outside from Lebanon, Missouri, it'll be the J2 of Chris Jackson. Row number 3 on the inside, last year's track champion, the 10P of Dayton Pursley. And on his outside from Lebanon, Missouri, that'll be the 6 of Jay Flynn. Row number 4 on the inside from Urbana, Missouri, that'll be the 55K of Colson Kirk. And on his outside, celebrating a birthday today out of West Plains, Missouri, that'll be the 35E of Luke Atkin. Row number 5 on the inside from Polk, Missouri, it'll be the 14W of Dustin Walker. On the outside from Moribond, Missouri, it'll be the 31 of Mitchell Armstrong. Yep, row number 6 out of El Dorado Springs, Missouri. That'll be the 11L of Logan Smith. And on his outside, that'll be the 55 out of Stoutland, Missouri of Luke Gideon. And T10 of Sam McDaniel out of Stoutland, Missouri. Looks like not making the call. 15 laps is your distance. Pretty good field of J2 cars, USRA B-Mods here tonight. Once again, great looking jacked up pace truck will be going off the track. Lights are going off. 15 laps is your distance. Wesley Briggs, Austin Greer on the front row. Rex Harris, Chris Jackson, row number 2. The champ, Nate Persley, the 6 of Jay Flynn, row number 3. J2 cars, USRA B-Mod features underway. Green flag is in the air. Wesley Briggs out front. Rex Harrison, the 30, right there in second. Here comes Chris Jackson on the inside of the G12 of Austin Greer. Here they come out of turn number 4. Great battle there for the lead. Wesley Briggs holds off the 30 of Rex Harris. He takes lap number 1. Down the backstretch they go. It's Briggs, Harris, Jackson, your top 3. Dayton Persley trying to hold off the 55 of Kirk. As Kirk down the inside of Persley. Side by side for that battle there, 4-4. But Harris on the inside of Briggs made contact. Briggs able to hold off the 30 of Harris. Here comes Jackson on the outside. Can he make it stick? Can he find anything on the outside groove? I said side by side battle. Chris Jackson still on the outside of the 30 of Rex Harris. What a run there, though, for Wesley Briggs. Last year got his first career B-Mod feature win, and we got trouble in turn number 4. The 11 L of Logan Smith getting sideways there. The 14 W of Dustin Walker at a stop there, as well as the Joker Welding caution flag comes out. For the J2 cars, USRA B-Mod feature. J2 cars located at 1518 West Elm, Lebanon, Missouri. J2 cars is a one-stop shop for all your racing needs. Like them on Facebook and give them a call at 417-991-2556. The 28 of Wesley Briggs is your leader out of Lebanon, Missouri. 30 there of Rex Harris out of Max Creek, Missouri. Running there in second. The J2 of Chris Jackson in third. The 55 of Colson Kirk in fourth. And the 10P of Dayton Persley sitting there in that 5th spot. So the 28 of Wesley Briggs is your leader. The 30 of Rex Harris on the inside. The J2 of Chris Jackson on the outside in row number 2 there. As the green flag is back in the air. Chris Jackson on the outside of the 28 of Wesley Briggs. Can he make it stick there on the outside? Down the backstretch they go. Briggs on the inside. Side by side they go into turns 3 and 4. Briggs, can he hold off the J2 of Chris Jackson? As Briggs is still your leader out front. Chris Jackson still side by side with the leader. Here comes the 30 of Colson, the 30 of Rex Harris, and the 55 of Colson Kirk, and the 10P of Dayton Persley. 3 wide down the front stretch. Rex Harris now on the inside of Jackson now, but Jackson able to hold off Harris. Down the backstretch they go. Here comes the 55 of Colson Kirk. Colson Kirk down the inside of the 30 of Harris. Jackson now trying to spread the lead out front from the 30 of Rex Harris. Colson Kirk in the 55 in third. Wesley Briggs in the 28 in fourth. Colson Kirk down the inside of the 30 of Harris. Side by side for second. Kirk now shoots in front of Harris now. Now he's in the second. Does he have enough time to catch that J2 of Chris Jackson? as they are getting the halfway sign right now. As it's Jackson, Kurt, Harris, Briggs, and Pursley, your top 5. Chris Jackson still out front. Colson Kurt in second. Colson Kurt closing in on the J2 of Chris Jackson. 2 more laps to go. Can Jackson hold off the 55 of Colson Kurt? Down the backstretch they go. Jackson goes to the turns 3 and 4. Great battle back here for 4th between Briggs and Pursley. White flag is in the air for your leader, the J2 of Chris Jackson. Colson Kurt has one more opportunity. They go down the turns 3 and 4. Jackson, can he hold off Kurt? Jackson comes down the front stretch, gets the checkered flag, gets the win. Colson Kurt in the 55 coming home 2nd. Rex Harris coming home 3rd. Nate Pursley coming home 4th with Wesley Briggs in the 28 coming home 5th. Great racing there for the J2 cars. USRA B mods. Colson Kurt was right there with Chris Jackson. Made Jackson earn the money there late at the end of the race. But Jackson able to hold off the 55 of Kurt as he will be making his way to the Remax Next Generation victory lane. As Chris Jackson will park it in the Remax Next Generation victory lane. Taking off the safety equipment there. Race fans, let them hear you. Your J2 Cars USRA B-Mod feature winner, the J2 of Chris Jackson. So Chris Jackson getting picture taken there, down there in the Remax Next Generation victory lane. Congratulations once again to Chris Jackson, your B-Mod feature winner. So get ready now for our final feature of the evening. The Macadoodles Power Eye Pure Stock feature. As they will come out on the track, lined up like this for their feature. On the pole for this one out of Springfield, Missouri, it'll be the 34, James Reedus. His outside from Buffalo, Missouri, it'll be the 24 of Trenton Houston. Row number 2 on the inside from Marshfield, Missouri, it'll be the 12 of Craig Dykstra. And on his outside from Long Lake, Missouri, it'll be the 6 of Corey Henson. Row number 3 on the inside from Falcon, Missouri, it'll be the 14 of Jonathan Fidley. On the outside from Tuscumbia, Missouri, it'll be the 5 of Justin McDowell. In row number 4 out of Lebanon, Missouri, the 17 of the Austin Wilson. So Macadoodles Power Eye Pure Stock feature. We'll round out opening night here for the 2022 racing season. Mind you, fans, we'll be back here next Friday night, April the 8th. For racing action here at the Lebanon Midway Speedway. Lights are off. Green flag next time. James Reedus, Trenton Houston on the front row. They go down to turn number 3 and 4. Green flag is in the air. Reedus out front, your leader, 24, Trenton Houston. In second, 6 of Corey Henson in third, Craig Dykstra. In the 12, Greg Dykstra in that 12 in fourth. The 5 of Justin McDowell in fifth. James Reedus out front. Trenton Houston in the 24 in second. Corey Henson trying to hold off the 12 of Greg Dykstra. In that 12, here comes the 5 of Justin McDowell on the inside of Dykstra. It's Reedus, Houston, Henson, your top 3. Dykstra in the 12 in fourth, with McDowell in fifth in the 5. James Reedus sponsored by Price Electric, Watson Metal Masters, Ash Grove Dump Trucking. It's been racing since 2000. Right now in the wagon out front there. Having a good run here on opening night. The 24 Trenton Houston out of Buffalo, Missouri. Sitting there in second. As Greg Dykstra now on the inside of the 6 of Corey Henson. Dykstra and Henson, and Dykstra going around in the middle of 1 and 2 as he was trying to go on the inside of Henson and ran out of room and hit that bottom groove. Greg Dykstra out of Marshfield, Missouri, will tag to the rear of the field. So it'll be the 34, James Reedus, your leader. The 24, Trenton Houston in second. The 6 of Corey Henson in third. As the 24, Houston will have the choice between the bottom or the top. He will choose the inside lane. Henson will go on the outside. The lights are off, 6 laps in for the Macadoodles. Power Eye Pure Stocks Macadoodles, I believe, had their opening today in Osage Beach as the green flag is in the air. Appreciate Macadoodles coming on board for the sponsor of our Pure Stock class this season. James Reedus out of Springfield, Missouri out front. Trenton Houston in the 24 in second. The 6 of Corey Henson in third. Here comes the 5 of Justin McDowell. Right there behind the 6 of Henson. But right now it's the 34 of Reedus out front. Houston in the 24 in second. Henson in the 6 in third. So James Reedus out front, your leader. Trenton Houston in the 24 in second. Corey Henson in that third spot. Justin McDowell in fourth. As Corey Henson trying to hold off the 5 of Justin McDowell. James Reedus extending his lead out front. And the Joker Welding caution flag comes out for the 17 of Austin Wilson out of Lebanon, Missouri. As I mentioned, the Macadoodles located at 6050 Crossing Drive, Osage Beach, Missouri. Macadoodles is about serving you and the customers. From our world-class wine selections to great prices on beer, expert guides, and friendly service, there's no place quite like it. Like them on Facebook or give them a call at 573-480-0039. So after line, lights will be going off. Green flag will fly next time for the Macadoodles Power Eye Pure Stocks. The green flag is back in the air. James Reedus out front, your leader, the 6 of Corey Henson, now up in that second spot. The 24 of Trenton Houston in third. As Reedus going to turns number 3, now 4. Come out of 4 down the front stretch. Here comes Houston on the inside of Henson. 2 more laps to go. Trenton Houston out the inside of Henson. Down the back stretch side by side for second. They come out of turn number 4. Reedus will get the white flag. 1 more time to go. Trenton Houston in the 24. In second. Corey Henson in the 6th and 3rd. Justin McDowell battling there for that 4th spot, trying to hold off Greg Dykstra in the 12. Checkered flag go in the air. Third for the 34, James Reedus. Trenton Houston in the 24 in second. The 6 of Corey Henson coming home third. So James Reedus out of Springfield, Missouri. Multiple feature wins, multiple track champions in the Pure Stocks. A Lone Star 600 winner Also won a Larry Phillips Memorial win. A lot of career highlights for that man right there in the 34. Sponsored by Price Electric, Watson Metal Masters, and Ash Grove Up Trucking. His crew is his wife and kids and whatever friends are with us at the time. He's been racing since 2000, and his hobbies is racing. The Macadoodles Power Eye Pure Stock feature winner, James Reedus, pulls into the Remax Next Generation victory lane. Out of the car, race fans, let them hear you. Your Macadoodles Power Eye Pure Stock feature winner, the 34 of James Reedus. Congratulations once again to the Macadoodles Power Eye Pure Stock feature winner, the 34 of James Reedus. Getting the picture down there from track photographer Sean the Grindstaff. Once again, we appreciate each and every one of you for being out here tonight for opening night of the 2022 racing season here at the Lebanon Midway Speedway. Thank you for those watching online. Hope you have a great rest of your evening. Drive home safely. We'll see you next Friday night right here at the Lebanon Midway Speedway on April the 8th for round number 2 for the chase for the championship. Have a great rest of your evening. Drive home safely. We'll see you next time right here at the Lebanon Midway Speedway.